Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Saturday check-in. If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe and head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast that is updated every Thursday. Also, head on over to hellocupcakeitsme.com to give the blog some love. Make sure that you follow me on TikTok for TikTok Tuesdays and follow me on all the other social medias. You can find the links down below. And if you would like to check out my book, you could go to www.cdsthebook.com. So, how is everyone doing? I am doing good. I am still wrangling with insomnia. At the time of recording this, it is 11:46 in the morning, and I did not go to bed until 3 o'clock this morning. So fun times had by some. um, and then I have a entire schedule where I'm probably going to be out until at least 11:30, 12 o'clock tonight. So yay. uh if you didn't catch the Thursday check-in, or I'm sorry, the Wednesday check-in, or the Thursday podcast, um, I went through a little bit of a bipolar crash out the other day, and I wasn't really sure as to what caused it, but once I had calmed down and started analyzing everything that was happening in my life, I was like, that makes sense. So I have a laundry list of things that I try to do in order to keep myself from crashing out and keeping myself from like being depressed for too long. And that list was not working. So usually what I do is I will try to do something that completely takes my focus away on whatever it is that is upsetting me or making me depressed. So that will be playing a video game. That will be doing arts and crafts. That will be doing something like that. If that doesn't work, then I go to music. And if that doesn't work, then I try to just go sit outside on the front porch. And if that doesn't work, when I am able to, I go for a walk. So it'll be like sitting outside on the front porch or actually going for a walk or doing something like that. So when that doesn't work, you know, I eventually just put myself to bed and force myself to take a nap and then try to reset from that and go on from there. And none of that worked. And so I crashed out pretty freaking hard, and I stopped and I was like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? And why now? Like, of all the times, why right now? And it dawned on me after everything was all said and done that it was Valentine's Day, which is pseudo significant in the fact that I don't usually celebrate Valentine's Day, but my cat Bella, uh, I had to put her down on February 14th, or the 14th or the 15th that I put her down, and then I was like, okay, so that started hitting me, and my mom had to go and have her knee replacement surgery. So I was kind of worried about that. And then just all of the members of my family who have cancer and are battling cancer right now, and seeing their chemo pictures has been really difficult. And so I think it's just a culmination of all the things. And it just came to a boil, and I was pissed off, angry, upset, sad, scared, the whole gambit of emotions. Even hanging out at the bar wasn't really making a whole lot of difference for me. But I will say Thursday night um, was a lot better. Personality number 4 decided to show up and be there and hold space for somebody who really was going through some shit and is going through some shit. And so the whole time that I'm holding space for this person, personality number 4 is the one talking to him, and I'm like, this main me version is over here like witnessing all of this. I'm like, huh, okay. And realizing that if I had to do that for a job, I could. But it was also nice to just be able to do one-on-one and allow the person to explore the full range of their emotions, allow the person to say whatever they needed to say without passing judgment on them, and also being secure and stable enough within my own thoughts and feelings to allow for this exchange to happen. And that was pretty awesome. Like, when I left, I was still in a calm, neutral state, and they were in a better state than what I showed up in. And I was able to sit with them from about 5:30 until about 10 o'clock. So a good portion of time. Because it is a bar, it wasn't always 100% like just one-on-one. We would stop the conversation and talk as other people showed up, and then we would go back to our conversation or whatever. And that kind of connection, speaking personally, when I'm depressed or upset or suicidal or whatever, is really amazing for me. I don't know what it's like for everyone else, but part of the peer counseling training is to hold space for people. Listen more than you say, listen more than you talk. When you do talk, it has to be relevant. It has to be, and then question mark, type questions. Um, allowing open-ended questions so that it continues to not only engage the person in their thoughts and it continues to draw them out. and remembering that the golden thread ties everything together. So they could be talking about like something significant happening to them as a child, and then that thread goes through all of these different states and stages of their life and connects into like this part of, now that I'm a parent, I do XYZ, and it's because ABC was done to me as a child by my own parent. And it's like, there's the connection. So you had this toxicity as a child. So you only know that toxicity and you think that that is the norm. And you pulled that through your whole life, zigzagging. And then here you are as a parent. And now you only have that toxicity to work from and work with. And I'm just using this as a complete hypothetical. This is not anything that we talked about, but um, you know, you if you want to Google search it, you can do so. It's like a really simple well, not simple, but it's a just like a golden thread mental health. I think that's a good way to look it up if you wanted to. Or what is the golden thread when talking about mental health? Anyways, so just being able to follow this person's thoughts and feelings and kind of like pick keywords and or pick up on keywords and like, okay, I get it now. And it was just, it was good for me and good for them. Good for me because I understood where they were, because I have been in that position more than once. And just feeling blessed that this person felt comfortable enough with me to be able to talk about what was going on and us trying to reach some kind of resolution, or at least get out of crisis panic mode. So yeah. I've also been going through a little bit of a hibernation phase where I don't want to really do anything. I don't want to be home, but I don't want to go anywhere. And the places that I want to go to, I don't have the means to get there by myself. And nor nor do I have the money to really go to these places. So it's like one of those like catch-22 situations. And because of it, I have done a lot of impulse buying, but buying items that further enhance my life instead of just random trinkets. And I'm trying to stick very closely to that saying I heard a while back ago: invest or stop investing in clutter and start investing in connections. And then I was like, okay, and I'm going to add a caveat to that. So stop investing in clutter, start investing in connections, and invest in yourself. And investing in myself right now is coming in the form of buying nice looking clothing, buying designer handbags that are like male, like men's handbags. I don't know how else to call them. Trying to take better care of myself, taking better care of how I present myself in the world, and just in general doing better by myself. Um, That being said, I did have a little bit of a bitch slap when I went to the doctors the other day. I have regained most of the weight that I had recently lost because of me being immobile from pretty much the middle of November to the middle of January. And because we are having wacky weather here in the Pacific Northwest and it's winter 2.0, I don't want to be walking on a trail and then have a deluge of rain, snow, sleet, hail, what the hell ever, come down on me. And so because of that, I've gone into that hibernation mode, and hibernation mode has led to let's just sit in front of the TV and snack. And yeah, so it's been a vicious cycle, and it was kind of a slap in the face about, I had put in all that work, and I'm noticing that since I haven't done that movement, my lower back is jacked up again. My hips are hurting again. And so it's like, okay, well, Michael, you know what you need to do. Drinking apple cider vinegar water by itself is not enough. You got to get out, you got to move, you got to do the things. I got to get my appetite and cravings back under control. And I have been begging my doctors to run a hormone panel on me because I truthfully believe that I do not produce the hormone that tells me that I'm full. Right before starting this video, I had 5 pieces of sourdough toast with peanut butter on them. And for a normal person, that would have been enough for them. For me, I'm like, okay, that was adorable. I'm still hungry. Now what? And that's not okay. And I know that it's not okay. But I'll get back to that. I just have to have grace and patience with myself and remember that it's a journey. It's not a point A, point B overnight type of situation. But my doctors, for whatever reason, will not do the hormonal testing on me. Yet they want me to do lap band, gastro bypass, what the hell ever type surgeries. And that scares the hell out of me because of the number of people in my life who have had lifelong complications or have prematurely died. I had a cousin who had it done 5 times, and the last time I remember seeing her, she was still a very big woman. I had a friend who put her entire life on hold and had it done. And everything was like, when I have my surgery, I'm going to do XYZ. When I have my surgery, I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing. When I have my surgery, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And I kept telling her, don't put your life off for something in the future. Like, get your life established, live it, do the things now. Like, the only thing that's going to change between now and when you have your surgery is that you're going to be smaller in weight, but you're still going to be kind of in the same situation that you're in now. So why not start building the foundations for that new life when you are this thinner person? And anyways, she she died, and she was only 27, and it hit me really hard. And then my sister was dating this guy who had the lap band surgery done, and he had significant health problems. And I'm just like, I'm not doing any of that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to drink mineral oil so that I could go to the bathroom. Like, that sounds horrible and disgusting. I don't want to have to go in every 3 to 6 months and have them readjust the lap band, or having to put a gastric sleeve in, and then, like, okay, so if I want this removed, say I do it for a year, I drop the weight, and I decide, okay, now I want it removed, will they remove it? Or is it like a one and done type situation? And, I don't want that. So I come from big people, and I understand my biology and my physiology. And I just know that it's going to be difficult to lose the significant amount of weight that I want to. And I I've been able to do it before. The most I've lost was 60 pounds, and I was fucking killing myself, literally killing myself to lose that much weight. I was walking, at that time, I was walking 4 to 5 miles a day, and maybe only taking in 1,000 calories, if even that much. And my blood sugars were all over the place because I'm burning fat, which stores all your sugars and your insulin and all that other stuff, and just not a good thing. So I've got to find something that works out for me. And because I have been putting so much effort into myself, like my physical health, um, that also being in the form of getting dental work done, I have been missing days where I go swimming. And that's been an issue for me. And there's just a lot there. And I can completely justify everything. But at the same time, it's like, through that justification, I'm also making excuses. And I those excuses aren't doing me any good. So I know that. But, the investment in myself in the form of nice looking clothing, designer fragrances, and things like that, um, even though I'm on a very strict budget, I am doing this on said strict restrictive budget. Um, like, I bought a brand new 300 and it was like $389 jacket for $60. I bought a brand new cardigan that was 115 for $23. I bought several brand new t-shirts that were respectively anywhere between 30 and 97, I think is what the new one was. And I got those for like $14 each. And this is a shirt that I haven't worn in a very long time. Um, it was a shirt I got this in Alaska when I went on my Alaskan cruise back in 2017 or 2018. And I just don't wear it all that often because it's a little tight still, but I love the way that it shows up on camera. And my sister is getting into tailoring, and I may have her um, make this a little bit larger or turn it into like a commemorative pillow or something like that, because I really love the shirt. I love the color. I love the logo on it. It's beautiful. And I have one that says Seattle on it also, but it's just this color red with the word Seattle across it. And I might have her just take that one and connect it, like trim it down and then connect it to the bottom hem of this one and call it good. I could do it myself, but I really don't want to. That was one part of my fashion design class that I never really excelled in, was using sewing machines and stuff like that. Like, I have a sewing machine. I've never even used the son of a bitch. I don't know how to thread it. I don't know how to do anything with it. All my sewing is done by hand, and it would probably be that heat bond stuff. Um, just like making a seamless hem and then doing heat bond and going from there and hoping for the best, but whatever. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe, and remember that you are doing the best you can with what you have available to you. In a world full of Karens, be somebody who cares in the world. Be good, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.